Hey guys, this is Ryan Dunstan. Welcome back to the Ryan Dunstan podcast, Words from a Humble King. I have a special guest, as always, here with me today. We have Miss Regina Gibbons from Why Not. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
No complaints. How are you?
I am well. I'm well. Excited, actually, because I've been wanting to talk to you, man, about a few things, actually. One of which, well, before we do that, let's introduce Why Not. Who's Why Not?
Why Not is a mentoring organization in the DMV area. We mentor young people ages 8 to 18. We offer mentoring programs, events, anything that probably makes a young person smile.
And everything on, and just to let you guys know, everything on social media is Why Not. Check out Instagram, Facebook, all that. It's Y dash not KNOT. She's been doing great stuff. You've been doing great impact. So many events you've done, the massive toy giveaways, food drives, book bags, all kinds of stuff. Easter egg hunts you're getting ready to come up with right now.
Absolutely.
All kinds of stuff you got going on. But I'm more concerned with the way that our hearts are postured. We really love and we love purely. So it's almost as if, you know, we're vulnerable to certain pains when we're giving and hurt. I mean, and helping the way that we are, right? And the one thing that's starting to create a lot of pain in my heart is the politics that surround us trying to get to our youth,
Okay.
and you've been able to get around that. See, I've been getting offended by it because I'm like, why won't you let me help you? Like, why is it that, you look at me as I have hidden agendas, right? And I actually just said, I want to give to you without having to ask for anything back. Why do you think that there's something attached to that, you know? And I guess I'm struggling with trying to put that into perspective. How have you been able to get over those hurdles?
I learned a long time ago that you're not going to be able to help everybody, but the people that you're supposed to help you will. So I think if you keep that mindset and know that the people that are supposed to get the help from you will, you'll get past the ones that think that you want something from them,
Mm-hmm.
think that you're doing it for a hidden agenda, think that there's going to be a motive, think that you're going to come back and take it. And a lot of it is societal. I mean, they
Yeah.
there's nothing in life is free. So when you start offering free, that already has a negative connotation, especially in the African Americans' mind for some reason,
Yeah.
not really sure why.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, even your story and how you got into this impactful world, trying to give back to our people. Your story and how you got in is pretty interesting. Seeing a young lady, and you kind of spoke into her heart, because of what you've experienced. Just bless us with that story, just real quick, and then we'll dig into it.
Well, it was just two young ladies on a train having a conversation, and it just was a very inappropriate conversation for 12 and 13-year-olds.
Yeah,
So, I had a decision to make. I really had a decision to make. We're in a generation where you just don't approach children
you
anymore
can.
because we're not in the it takes a village world
Right,
anymore. That
right.
village has disappeared. But I made a decision to approach them with the mindset that, maybe their mom, their aunt, their uncle, somebody will be waiting for me at the end of the train.
Yeah,
And I was okay with that. But I just gave them some words of wisdom. Like they didn't have to talk about what they're talking about, that I love them even though I don't know them,
mm-hmm.
and that they're queens, because that's what they are. They're queens and they needed to know that. And after that is when I decided to start the nonprofit because I knew that our children they needed us. Like
Yeah.
they needed me.
For
So
for sure. My battle, with full transparency, I get very vulnerable on my show. But I've dealt with anger and anxiety on a whole nother level, and it's a cycle for me because I get angry that I'm scared, and then I get scared because I'm angry, and it's wicked too because my anger in some cases protects me because it's easy to hide behind, but it fuels me to be great. Like where I am right now, I got to because every other situation in my life I had gotten angry with. And it fueled a motivation in me to do better. But it also comes with a bad streak too, right? And when I think back to, why I got angry and why I got so scared, I'm a child of an alcoholics, and I'm coming back from a lot of stuff, right? And the trauma that those young girls could feel in that moment it wasn't something they noticed at all. It was they were oblivious to the love you were trying to give them. How were you so confident that they receive it?
I wasn't, but I knew that I did my job by giving it. And if they remembered anything, they heard the word love. And they probably never heard it before.
Yeah.
And that probably will be what resonates, when as they get older and they start thinking back to those moments and somebody actually said it. So I wasn't confident that it was going to do anything to them other than make them either angry or make them stop.
Yeah.
They stopped their conversation, so it did something to them.
Being the opposite of what's in the moment, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to be able to control your emotions to the point where you can, deflect the energy that's coming at you and then give the energy that you want to give, right? That's a true gift, right? And I find that when I'm able to, because I'm pretty good at that too, right? I'm pretty good at talking someone down off the ledge because I've been on the ledge. So it's sort of like exactly what the person in front of you needs to hear and see and feel. And even before the mouth speaks, you're trying to change the energy in the space, right?
Absolutely.
But you pouring out you can become depleted.
Absolutely.
How have you been able to fill yourself when you pour out everything that you got, diffusing situations, giving to certain situations? And you made a comment before we started our show, which was you're giving your life away when you do this, right? How have you been able to fill yourself back up to continue to give for as long as you have?
Because it's my purpose. I am a servant leader, so it's my purpose. Every night I go to sleep, it's like I plug myself in, and when I wake up, I'm fully charged. That's the reality. It's my purpose. I am here to serve. Like, I'm not here to do anything else. I am here to serve. And people say that, but I truly live it, and that's really it.
That is, and you know what? I find myself, even when I am depleted, you do find a whole nother strength.
Keep going.
Yeah, and it's something about that frustration for me, and maybe it's contributed to my anger. I mean, I'm not, I don't believe I'm fully healed. It's a day-to-day struggle for me because of the triggers you have to manage and your disorders that you have to manage, right? Anxiety for me is pretty wicked, and I have to be able to not have control of the moment. Do you have that issue?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also a Virgo, so that whole control thing is we have to be in control, and when we're not, it's something to deal with.
Yeah,
it really is. It's something to deal with it, but it's something that if you notice it and you can identify it, you can fix it.
Right, which is hard, right? It's hard to fix, but it's not impossible.
Right.
You have to do what you do. I mean, you have to be what you do for the young ones in front of you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to be the complete different version of yourself, which is a process.
Well, so I'm gonna have to beg to differ on that. I feel like transparency is what keeps young people coming back. It's when you act like who you are for real,
right,
and you're willing to give them that side of you. If they see that you're angry, they know, oh, it's okay to be angry. But when they see you fix it, they know, okay, I can get angry, but I can fix it also. So you have to be transparent with young people, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, because we preach to them fire and brimstone. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, but they never see what they can do. So that would be my argument to your statement.
I'm going to receive that, right? Because I agree with you. I fully agree with you that real recognize real.
Yeah.
I guess I am still managing, some of these things because, again, I get upset about the politics surrounding it.
Okay.
Right? When you feel, I'm looking for my ways to be refilled, right? But I'm finding what you're saying, and this is just here recently, that I'm still finding that even when I find myself empty, purpose still locates you. You can't hide from it. Have you experienced that?
If you're genuine in what you do, it will. Simple.
Yeah, gravitational pull back to who you really
Absolutely.
are. Oh, This was a pleasure. I enjoyed talking to you, Regina.
I'm glad.
Listen, one more time, let them know how they can get in contact with you.
We all social media platforms. We are Why Not Inc. Website www.whynotinc.org. Phone number 301-839 Why Not.
This is the Ryan Dunstan podcast, where it's from a humble king. We'll see you guys next time.